they got kicked out for being streamers. Now, I thought he was going to be talking about another group that got kicked out for being streamers. I was kind of excited for that video, but maybe he's loading that up. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? He's brewing that up, but we'll see.
Digital footprint is a real thing, and sometimes we forget that the things that we say on the internet, smart, dumb, or whatever, can come back and bite us on the booty cheeks. And right now, the biggest creators in the world are dealing with that.
Hey, we just got the call. I'm not gonna lie, the owner's been tight at us the past couple days. Nigga woke me up out my sleep, and I know he's not allowed to do that. You can't just pop up somewhere you're leasing, so we're out of here.
Now, as much as people want to say, oh, poor AMP, they hating on you because they seeing some young black men getting to the munyon, the funyuns, and the onions. First of all, stop meat writing. Second of all,
the munyon, the funyuns, and the onions is crazy.
It's not really the case. As successful and amazing as AMP are, let's not act like they're not doing these crazy stunts for the past 2 to 3 summers in homes that they are like either owning or leasing.
This is how AMP House looks right now. AMP team thought that it would be a great idea to make a firework war between each other. The war escalated when Davis messed up with Agent's garden, so in revenge, Agent blew up Davis's room. Now the whole house is torn apart.
The idea that a track record like this and just general problems that come with housing the most active content creators on the internet wouldn't come with some worries in the real world about leasing houses in the future is just pie in the sky thinking.
We've been getting iced out. Like, I feel like all the landlords in New York City probably got together in a big meeting of some sort, a cahoots, some would say, and they've made it very difficult for us to find a spot. Realistically, it's not that hard to research us blowing up our house. And that's just the way shit quick crumble, my nigga.
And yeah, you can actually do those things all on your own when you own your home. You can make whatever noises you want. But when you're leasing...
Yeah, nah, it's not even a case of... Because AMP has gotten so big that I'm pretty sure Lois told the story on peer-to-peer before. Like, when they used to try to get houses to lease or whatever, like when they first started moving in, like, they did actually used to lie about things that they did, like... You know what I'm saying? Like, tried to really lower their profile and make it seem like, you know, they were like a family-oriented ass family or whatever. But now, you can't, they can't pull that off. They cannot pull that off. Them as a collective is way too big. I would even classify them as like, would they be celebrity status straight up? Yeah, so I don't know if that was said on peer-to-peer, but yo, I sort of got low set on peer-to-peer. They pretended to be gay to get the peer-to-peer house, bro. But yeah, nah, them motherfuckers are celebrities at this point. So you can't really pull off the gay card anymore, man. So
somebody else's home, it becomes just a little bit harder to do whatever you want. Yeah, you can be as successful and as prominent and as big as you want to be, but you still got to do normal day-to-day things like pay rent, take out a loan, go to school, eventually socialize. Your online presence can have an influence on all of those things. Now, since that situation, AMP has solved everything and they've decided to get their own house, so they're not worried about those shenanigans anymore. And whether they are renting it or owning it, they've overcome whatever obstacles they've had in their face.
Oh, to the AMP townhouse! Oh my God, I'm so excited. First of all, we've been homeless for a while.
Now, many people don't realize this, but the line between online and IRL is not as thick as people believe it is. You remember back in the day when your parents were telling you about those drunk posts or taking these pictures and posting them on the internet and how they can potentially bite you in the butt? Yeah, those rules still apply, gang. Last year,
let me ask y'all this though. Do y'all think they still got hold because, fine, they're a risk, but up until that point, like, they still haven't done anything though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they came on some bullshit ass timing, on some, all right, we blowing up the we're blowing up the house year one or day one, fine. But the fact that they came in, they wasn't really doing anything. They was just chilling. I don't know. What did he just say? I feel like I missed something. Hold on.
People believe it is. You remember back in the day when your parents were telling you about those drunk posts or taking these pictures and posting them on the internet and how they can potentially bite you in the butt? Yeah, those rules still apply, gang. Last year, this teacher went kind of viral for refusing to delete her OF page in order to keep her job. Now, whether you feel as if it's right or wrong, which she does in her own personal life, who's to tell her that she can go home and pull the jackrabbit out and put it on her body on camera and put that on the internet. The reality of the situation though is your digital footprint can come back and bite you in the tail, especially because actions have consequences. And to think that these people at your job or at your school aren't going to see your content when algorithms also have some sort of like location-based metrics in it, and these are the people that you're banking on to support you, is kind of a lofty idea. For me, it's kind of important because I still maintain a 9-to-5 job, and it's going to be important to me because I don't know what happens later in life when I do things that involve me and my face being out there, and people can always trace that back to me being on the internet. Trust me, it's not only going to affect you, but it's also going to affect your siblings as well, or other family members that you have. How I got labeled as Kroger Jr. based off of my brother's actions.
Who the fuck called you? Who called you that, bruh? Nah, who called him that, bro? Who called him Kroger Jr.? No way, bruh. No.
I'll never know. A common ideology that people have adopted is that people's on-life personas and their in-real-life personas are two different people. Controversial figures like Aiden Ross or Sneeko, people give them some sort of grace or some sort of second chance and ignore a lot of that by saying, oh, well, they're not like that in real life. People are showing less difference between their online and their IRL personalities. But a large reason as to why people watch the IRL streams and support these people is because they want to see the authenticity in these IRL streamers' lives on a day-to-day basis.
I swear, bro, especially like Lacey and Ron, these fools be clip farming fucking IRL.
They act the same way
It's
when the
actually
cameras are off. It's fucking insane, bro.
Now, I'm a little split here. I believe a large percentage of content creators has some sort of mask that they put on. But I also do feel like a large percentage of these content
With the streamers that we're talking about, I actually disagree. I disagree with that just from the fact that these motherfuckers are so live for so long, it is impossible to hide their actual personality. It just is, bro. When you're streaming for 8, 10, 12 hours, you cannot fake like 5, 6, 7 times a week. You just can't fake it. Like you're either truly just that or you're just not entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're able to pull off like 2 to 3 hour streams, maybe you can just lock in for those 2 to 3 hour streams 3 to 4 times a week. But pulling that persona off for like 12 hours at a time, 7 hours at a time, every day, nah.
creators are just amplified personalities of themselves on the internet. I'd probably say it's like a 50-50 split, to be honest with you. Some of these people aren't who they say they are online, and the other half is just amplifying who they naturally are. Another reason why is to justify the levels of parasocial relationships and idealization of these creators that a lot of these people have in the mainstream media. Sometimes the other parts of IRL and content being closer than you may believe rears its ugly head, especially about the creators that you may know and love. You start to see the hidden truths behind some of these people. This year has been so prominent with the creators' past being dug up and being revealed as different preds or just weird behavior is because for the longest of times, people have been pushing this behavior off as it's just an internet thing. Those Mr. Beast logs are a super perfect example of this, but what really blows my mind is that people are still going on Monkey and Omegle and they're still cursing people out for the content and discussing these super sexual things in front of children.
This was like my third date with this kid that I've been like seeing.
Okay.
We had sex.
Okay. Was it good?
He said, I'm so sorry. I was like, for what? It's okay.
What the hell?
I promise it gets better. I promise. He's like, it just felt so good. I didn't know what to do.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not doing it.
What? So now what? What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I had sex without being drunk, and that means emotions are involved, and that means I don't know. And it's definitely
This is crazy. Wait, what the fuck?
like grown and like has a grown-up job and does grown-up things and does photography and travels and like I think they're trying to find a reason for it to be wrong.
And the content doesn't necessarily have to be as
What is
Pred-like
Aiden doing
as
there?
talking to kids or whatever the case may be. Even just toxic behaviors that we would normally address in real life, these things get rewarded when you're on the internet, especially when you're just making good YouTube videos or you're just a good streamer.
Why do you want to be the best YouTuber?
I don't fucking know.
You don't
man.
know?
I just ever since I was 13, I just made the decision I was going to be a YouTuber. I was going to die trying. Sounds different hearing me say it now, but I had that type of like devotion when I was younger. Like even when people would tell me it was crazy,
That is crazy. Like I get it, Mr. B, shit worked out for you. You are still crazy though, and I think this year definitely proved that you are crazy. No, bro. Being 13 and setting yourself up to be the biggest YouTuber, like that's your dead set goal. That is pretty weird. I ain't gonna lie.
What's in my favor with no equipment, no.
Now, although this is seen as commendable when successful, this same one-track mind will often lead to people who would normally praise you online telling other people who try to do the same thing they need to go outside and get some hoes. But when you
Jimmy
use it to
Creeps.
make colorful YouTube videos with high-paced editing and you come out there saying, I'm Mr. Beast, then a lot of people will just chalk it up to you being the best entertainer on the internet. And it's also this weird double standard because in real life, when we see people who are dedicated and obsessed like this, like the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world or the Elon Musks of the world, we are constantly bashing them, targeting them, saying that they're some of the worst people in the world. But if it's a content creator, if it's a YouTuber, we'll just say that their success, they're too hype, they're the sturdiest, the phantom taxiest person in the world who's entertaining. It doesn't make sense. People can make assumptions that
Yeah, no, I have this theory, chap, that to be great, and I mean truly great at whatever it is you fucking do, bro, you gotta be insane. Like, you have to have an obsessive mentality on whatever it is, unhealthy obsession. I think an obsession is inherently unhealthy, but like being unhealthy obsessed with whatever the fuck you're doing to be great at what you're doing. Like I think you can be good without being obsessed. I think you can be competent without being obsessed. But being the greatest, nah. A lot of sacrifices need to be made. You probably will do shit that you don't want to do, but because your mind is so set on this, that you're probably gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You might even do some unethical things to get to where you gotta go because you are so set on this goal. You know what I'm saying? So
Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and LeBron James are bad people because they're hyper successful. They're doing all this, that, and the third that's demeaning and demoralizing to people. But when Mr. Beast gets these allegations, people can't connect the dots that these people are one and the same. What would we say to the whole crash out culture if we seen it IRL? Why would we be praising it online, giving it all these views and clicks and saying it's hilarious? But if we seen people do some of the things that these people do when they crash out on the internet in real life, we would be calling them crazy, even calling the police on them.
What's up, please? No. Just one. So I'm done with this shit on God. I'm done with this shit on God. I'm done with this shit.
yo, that's good. That was good.
Dumbass fucking game. Get out of here, bro. Done with all this shit, bro.
And speaking of calling the police, there's this phenomenon where viewers will watch streamers call the SWAT teams to have them raid upon their houses where they could potentially die from things like this. I could never in my right mind guess who these people would be that can get a laugh off of somebody getting swatted, especially during those times where like Aiden was getting swatted 4, 5, and 6 times in 1 week.
Yeah. Have you been swatted the most out of like all these streamers?
I think as of right now, I've gotten swatted.
Bald head Aiden is that was a nasty time. That was Bald head Aiden was a nasty time on the internet, bro.
Most I found a way, to make sure that when it does happen or if it's happening, we have it right away. We're already on it. So it's and then the biggest part is not reacting to it, not giving it any type of reaction, videos, any type.
Because then the person's gonna keep doing it.
Exactly. That's
Was
what
it
they
the
want.
same person every time?
Like I get it. You told the joke already. It's over with. Let it die. I just don't understand how somebody could even find this funny in the first place, though. There's even been these times where those people who have swatted people have gotten caught. So I don't know why they don't think that there's any consequences to their actions. I think people don't understand what digital footprint is. There's so many things that are done on the internet on a day-to-day basis that people just toss out whatever and hope for the best. Maybe some clicks, maybe some views, or I've heard the age-old, I didn't even expect this to blow up type thing. But
this is why I don't get when people say the internet isn't real. I've never gotten that take, y'all. When people say, the internet ain't real, you could just say whatever the fuck you want. Now I get it. I get where the sentiment comes from in the sense that, like, when we are on the internet, we get into a bunch of, like, dumbass arguments and we can just turn off our phone and a lot of that shit does go away. However, to act like the shit doesn't have IRL repercussions depending on what you do is dumb as fuck. It is dumb as fuck. This is not the yesteryear where only young people are on the internet. Everyone's on the internet, bro. Everyone's on the internet. Your employer's on the internet. Your grandma's on the internet now, bro. Like, my grandma's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's literally how we communicate with them across the fucking world, is through the internet, is through Facebook Messenger, is through WhatsApp and all of these different things. Bro, motherfuckers are on the internet. So to just recklessly do shit is dumb as fuck. Just because it's the internet. Oh, the internet ain't real. Yeah, no, it is. It is, bro. It is, bro. There's too many cases of people getting fired for their job, people getting suspended or expelled at their school. And now even with like full-time content creators, people seeing IRL repercussions because of people knowing what they do online, to the point where they're getting kicked out of their place. To act like this shit still isn't real after that? All right, buddy. Okay.
You've got to realize that anything is liable to get blown up off the internet. There was this TikTok that I had watched recently of this woman crashing out because this man had bought her some plane tickets for a trip to Disney World, and then the baby mama showed up at the airport at the exact same time, and it was a whole entire mess.
It's the fact that you're gonna leave me at the airport with my baby. That's weird. I could have been in my room if he hadn't canceled, right? Y'all wouldn't even seen me. I would have been in my fucking room. But you canceled my fucking room? You petty as hell, gang. I would have been in my room. They wouldn't even known I was here.
You booked her a room in the same hotel as that your kids and everybody staying in.
Yes, dude.
You did that?
You so smart. Where the fuck you thought I was gonna go? That's crazy as hell. This nigga just canceled my fucking reservation, got me and my baby out here in the motherfucking Orlando, and you sitting over here acting like I'm some type of sad bitch. You really gonna wail on me like that? I'm finna go down on your ass, nigga. I ain't never been no sad bitch.
Oh, wow.
Nigga, never been. Never been. I don't get no fuck about your kids. No disrespect. I don't get no fuck, cause this is wild as fuck. I got my motherfucking baby in this bitch.
And all these internet actions that people are doing, don't think that it'll affect the lives of people who come after them, people who are adjacent to them, etc., etc. But none of it looks good, and people should be more cognizant as to what they put on the internet. I don't know. This is why I just get on Baddie Hub, drop my videos on here, and then get up off the internet.
Wait, you can't just get that off. What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? What? And 5 seconds of black screen just cuz? To let that sink in? That's crazy.